right now. All is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. All right, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bellingham Center for Spiritual Living. We're so glad you're here. Let's sing All Is Well. We're not worried about tomorrow. Today we declare all is well. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new, and don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should. Sing together. All is well, all is well. Even Spirit is directing me right now. All is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. I can't change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours, and it's mine. I am love, and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Here we go. All is well, all is well. Even Spirit is directing me right now. All is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. Sing all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. Indeed. What a beautiful Sunday morning we have here this morning. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are. Take a minute if you're out there on Facebook. In the comments, you can say hello to all your friends, and including all of us out here who are just excited to be here in service to you today. Let's sing My Soul is Welcome Here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Well, we are going to head on over to our practitioner of the day for a prayer.
Morning, everyone. I'm Francine Kitchen, your practitioner today. I want to remind you that practitioners are available to support you. Go to the prayer request button on the homepage of our webpage. Thanks, on our website. Okay, join me in knowing that there is only one source of life and love and all that there is. I know for you, as I know for myself, that my own inner spark of spirit is one with universal spirit. I am a divine spark of spiritual light, a facet of God embodied on this earth at this time. Spirit flows through everything I do and everything I say. Dr. Andrea is once again this morning inspired by Spirit to bless us with words of wisdom that heal and expand and help us on our spiritual path. And I listen. I'm very grateful for this community and for this wisdom. We are so blessed, and so it is.
Thank you, Francine. Well, let's go into some musical meditation together. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Let's sing that one more time. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me it's wonderful to be in community with you all this morning. And as we are moving into a week with a lot of transition, near and far, all over, I know for myself, I am just continuing to hold a vision of love and unity and safety and peace for every single being all around the world, and particularly, of course, here in the U.S. right now. I was thinking about it this week. It's the first time in my life where I can really recognize that my own safety and feelings of peace are, they're not just a given every day, on the exterior. It's only a given on every day on the interior and what's going on inside my own being. So this is a song that is a good mantra for us all. We are sacred, we are safe, may peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole, and this light burns brighter than ever before. Liberate my soul, these times have left me shaken. Faith take a stronger hold, I'm ready to awaken. Release all that was, this heavy weight no longer serves me. Listen and take notice, one voice clearly speaking. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. Breathe into the shadows, courage be among us. Find sanctuary, illuminate the masses, lighten every step. Let fear no longer lead. Lift up our gaze and know that we are free. Breathe into the shadows, courage be among us. Find sanctuary, illuminate the masses, lighten every step. Let fear no longer lead. Lift up our gaze and know that we are free. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. Liberate my soul, these times have left me shaken. Faith take a stronger hold, I'm ready to awaken. Release all that was, this heavy weight no longer serves me. Listen and take notice, one voice clearly speaking. Sing with me. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. Breathe into the shadows, courage be among us. Find sanctuary, illuminate the masses. Lighten every step, let fear no longer lead. Lift up our gaze and know that we are free. Breathe into the shadows, courage be among us. Find sanctuary, illuminate the masses. Lighten every step, let fear no longer lead. Lift up our gaze and know that we are free. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. We are sacred, we are safe. That's right. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before. We are sacred, we are safe. May peace forever be an offering. We are holy, we are whole. This light burns brighter than ever before.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Francine. Perfect for today. Well, welcome back. My topic today is crafting a positive vision. And it's based on a quote by the Dalai Lama, who said, in order to carry a positive action, we must develop a positive vision. And this comes out of a deep understanding that it's all too easy for sacred humans to do ready, fire, aim. And the Dalai Lama is suggesting we need to aim before we take action. And the aiming is our deep intention, our vision of how we want to be and how we want it to be. And so this is a wonderful topic for today. It's also allowing me to bring you a new story and also talk to you a little bit about spiritual bypass, which I'm going to do first. I'm sure you're familiar with that term, spiritual bypass, which indicates that we are saying something as spiritual folks so that we don't have to feel anything and we don't have to do anything. We just sort of say, well, it's all God, or it's all perfect. And there's more that needs to be revealed and understood in a person sometimes. And so it's a way to go around the feelings and the understandings that need to be brought to light and worked with. So spiritual bypass often has to do with shadow, our own shadow of how we wish it could be. So when I'm speaking about crafting a positive vision, I want to make sure you're not using a vision to just sort of go around the feelings, the understandings that are arising in you as you think about that vision. Because you've probably, in a very minor way, our New Year's resolutions are sort of a bypassing for a lot of us. We say we want something, but we don't actually deeply intend it at the level where we'll make the consistent changes necessary to have what we're visioning, what we're making a resolution about. So as I speak about what I'm going to speak about, watch yourself. Watch how you're working with it. Because this story is a really interesting story that I heard this week for the first time. So I was busily scribbling notes on scratch paper. It was told by Rabbi Nachman of Breslau, who is the great-grandson of the Baal Shem Tov. And this story was told in the Age of Enlightenment, which was the late 1700s, early 1800s. And Rabbi Nachman, being the great-grandson of one of the most famous Jewish mystical teachers that ever lived, would, even as a young person, would go and study deeply the mystical branch of Judaism, which is the Kabbalah, as well as the sacred text of the Torah. And out of that came this incredible flowering of the Hasidic teachings revived and accelerated. So this story is told by him, and it has to do with a king. And this king was not only the ruler of a country, but he was also a stargazer. And in those days and in that time, there was much that they could foresee when watching the stars. And so the king was out one night gazing at the stars, and he received the understanding that next year's harvest in his country, all of the grain that was grown was going to be tainted. And when the people ate the grain, they would go insane. And so he went into his palace and he found his dear friend and assistant, the viceroy, and he said to the viceroy, I've just had this vision gifted to me that says that next year's harvest is going to be completely tainted and will make all of the people in the country who eat it insane. What do you think we should do? When the viceroy said, well, what I think we should do is we should stockpile the grain from this year so that you and I can only eat of that grain and still be able to rule the country while the other people are insane. And the king said, that's a terrible idea, because if all the people are insane and we're sane, they're going to think we're insane and try to kill us. So I think what we need to do is we need to eat of the same grain as the people. But before we do that, you put a mark on my forehead and I'll put a mark on your forehead. And so when we go insane, we can see the mark and remember that we're insane. That's the story. That's it. So what do you think of that story? I'm sure you'll let me know. What I think of that story is that it's a tale for our time as well. And that part of what it teaches us is we need to question ourselves. We have the freedom to question ourselves about what our beliefs are, what our habits are, what we take for granted. And not only question ourselves, but question others as well, as if they had a mark on their forehead and we had one on ours, so that we can question the decision-making that we're doing. We can question the decisions that are being made out of habit. We can question the decisions that are being made in a society that we are part of, and make sure that the sanity of the deep spiritual essence of who we are has the opportunity to come forward and assess. So it's a really powerful story. And for me, this thing that the Dalai Lama brought us, which is about crafting a positive vision, for me, crafting means a firm, repeated resolve or intention, a mindful, clear focus to know and to see in my own mind's eye how I want it to be. And I can't do that if I'm insane, and neither can you. And so one of the things that we look for on the spiritual path is we look for the places where we're saying one thing, but we're doing something else. This is called spiritual incongruence. And one of the most powerful forms of incongruence that I'm seeing in our world, that I'm really working with in myself, is called, a friend of mine, Jim Lockard, called it, let me see, psychosclerosis, term I've never heard. And what he meant by that is a hardening of the attitudes on social media platforms. And so I was thinking about what Jim wrote about that, because it's all very well to say, you know, let's know peace, let's have unity. But if we're actually in our mind calling for unity while we're making the others wrong, that's spiritual incongruence. It won't work. And we need it to work, in my view. We need to come into a different place as sacred humans working with one another. And so we check our attitudes, we check the congruence, we make sure that we're not expecting to do the same old, and have a different result. Remember, that was attributed to Einstein, that that's a definition of insanity, that we do the same thing over and over expecting that something will change, and it doesn't. So congruence. So how do we get to that point? And one of the things that happens to us on the spiritual path, thankfully, is that we wake up sometimes. We wake up in the middle of our habitual way of doing things, the same old, same old. We wake up in it and we see something, we understand something, we have a vision of something that's so strong that it shifts everything. This happened to Mother Teresa on a train, where she received the vision that she was supposed to work with the poorest of the poor in Calcutta. When she went to her bishop to say, I've received this vision and I'm supposed to be working with the poorest of the poor, the bishop said, no, you can't do that. That's not what your order is about. This happened to St. Francis when he came back from the Crusades and was very, very sick. And during his illness, he had a vision for how to allow God to completely rule his heart and mind and move him in action. And the bishop in the town was called upon because he was acting insane, according to the commercial interests of the merchants of Assisi, including his father. And so the bishop came out and there was a public gathering with Francis there. And the bishop said, explain yourself. And Francis took off his clothes and said, I belong to the Christ. And that's what life is about. That's what my life is about. And the bishop couldn't argue. And Francis went on to found an order dedicated. So there's example after example. Martin Luther King Jr., reading the works of Gandhi, understanding that nonviolence was the way to move to peace, that you couldn't have peace and violence in the same breath, that it was a shadow, and that to bring peace and justice into the world, we have to learn a different way of nonviolent communication and action. So he taught his people, and not everybody could hold that vision. There were people that couldn't understand what he was pointing to. And I guess I'm bringing you all these examples. And one more, I just remembered another one that's really important to me. There was a ruler about 900 years before Rabbi Nachman. His name was Ashoka. And Ashoka was a ruler over a huge part of lower Eastern Asia. And he was brutal in terms of waging these wars to acquire more land and people and resources. And in this particular battle, where over 100,000 people were killed to attain this land that he wanted, the bloodshed was so horrific, and the battlefields were strewn with, just dead bodies everywhere. And he saw walking a Buddhist monk. And the Buddhist monk was walking through the battlefield with absolute equanimity, seeking to help whoever was there that was still alive. And that was the moment that Ashoka realized that he was way off, that he was insane. And he stopped being militaristic and he began to build his civilization, this huge group of people through precepts that are offered as the way to live, being benevolent to animals, to practicing generosity, and on it went. So what's your vision? What's your positive vision for our world and for your own life? That's the question I've been asking myself. And it's wonderful to have a mental picture, a deep, strong mental picture of what it is that you're visioning. And there are many people in our community here and in the broader community that's listening who are doing just that. They're crafting a positive vision because they know that to take action requires that they have a clarity, a sanity about what they're seeing. And then there's this step. And it's a step that Mother Teresa and Francis and Ashoka and everyone who has a vision needs to take. It's the step that the king was talking about with the viceroy. It's removing anything in heart and mind that would stand in the way of that vision manifesting itself as action. So removing any barrier in the heart. If we say unity with others, if we say compassion for others, if we say we want all of us to join hands to save the planet or save the country or save the family, whatever your vision is, then anything that's in the way of that has to go. We have to work with that. And it's not enough to say, okay, I won't do that. Because remember those New Year's resolutions? That'll last about 4 days, and then you will do that. So there's something deeper that has to be accessed. Some sacred part of our nature that is so committed to the vision that we're crafting that when the habits come back up, when the habitual ways of thinking about other people or the habitual ways of acting in the world arise, we have the strength of that vision to hold us in place so that we respond from a different understanding, from a place of new realization and sanity. And that's what crafting a new vision requires, is not only ideation, but then commitment at a deep level so that we respond to the vision in new ways. Now, I'm a student of neuroscience as well as spiritual things and psychology, and I know that for us to craft a positive vision and then to remove the barriers and move forward with strength and commitment, we're going to need to repeat that over and over to replace the habits of mind and heart that have been strongly moving us for however long. So I want to encourage you that this really is a perfection-free zone. And if you fail in your endeavor, then it's time to just simply stand back up, recommit, and move forward. You know, Mother Teresa didn't get to work with the poorest of the poor for years. She took the bishop's word and went back to teaching, which was not her passion, but the vision kept calling her, and so she would speak to it, and eventually moved with it on her own. So you may have to do the same thing. You may have to remind yourself and speak to it again and again to align the habits of mind and heart in such a way that you can move with what you see in right action. So I'm going to do a prayer for that and we'll close. So, I hold a vision, a vast vision, that you and I and so many can create a world that works for everyone. I know that in the mind of the infinite divine, there is an intelligence, a wisdom that knows exactly how to do this. There is a love that awakens hearts and minds in compassion and loving kindness. so that our actions of heart and mind, words and deeds are filled with wisdom and love and an understanding that we're all in this together. As I move in this understanding and hold this vision on a personal level, my vision for myself is now in action. Whatever it is for you, know this truth as I know it for myself, that this vision holds us in place in a new way of being, long enough and strong enough so that habits that are not congruent with this vision are simply replaced by new ways of thinking, speaking, and acting. I'm grateful to be supported in this. I'm grateful to understand that as I move in this way, my own life transforms and the life of every person and animal and species on the planet is also impacted. So this is mighty sacred work. I roll up my spiritual sleeves and I move forward, committed, grateful, knowing I'm supported by something that has no limit and knows no limit in me. And so it is. Okay, I'm going to shift gears here and let you know a couple of things that are happening at our center that you may want to access and be a part of. And to start us off, I have invited one of our practitioners and ministerial student, Kat Wingirter, to tell you about an opportunity that's happening today at noon. So let's hear from Kat.
Hello, friends. A group of your fantastic practitioners and I have put together a workshop series on the fundamentals of the science of mind teaching. So whether you're new to our teaching or you've been attending for a while, whether you've taken classes or whether you didn't even know we offer classes, which we do, you're welcome to this workshop. We're going to be diving into the core concepts of our teaching and offering you some tools that you can use every day to change your life. Today's workshop starts at 12, goes to 1:30, and we're going to be talking about the thing itself. So that power back of everything. The Zoom link can be found on our website at csl-bellingham.org. You're welcome to join us and take that next step on your spiritual journey.
Monitoring our website so that we can answer an email that we receive from you if you just are hearing about it and would like to participate. It's at noon today. A couple of other things you may want to be involved in. My dear friend, Reverend Sue Miller-Bourne, and I are leading a retreat in February on the 27th. It's a day-long retreat using Zoom, so it's all virtual, but it's also very intimate. The reason we're doing that is that first of all, we're really dear friends that have been leading workshops for over 30 years. And we wanted to bring all of the skills and talents that we've developed over this time to a very succinct and beautiful offering. So the retreat is called Pilgrimage of the Spirit. And we'll be using everything from yoga, healing touch, storytelling, poetry, personal growth exercises to assist anyone who participates in taking that pilgrimage of their own personal spiritual path. So you can register now. The registration is $50 for the day. All you have to do is email the center at info@csl-bellingham.org, and we will get back to you after Monday so that you can know that you're signed up. And I invite you to do that. The other thing that I'm involved with that I hope you'll think about coming to is we have a wonderful group of people. We have so many wonderful groups of people here. These particular people are called the Earth Stewards. And they're people that are passionate about climate and spirituality and how to live as a steward of the earth. And so every fifth Sunday, they're going to be offering something. So this fifth Sunday is January 31st. And we're going to be offering a climate cafe. Well, because we can't meet in person, we're going to invite you to bring a plant-based lunch while we watch a video. And then we'll have breakout session where we'll have an opportunity to talk together in small groups about what the video was sharing, about the spiritual path and how to craft a positive vision and move forward with it in aid of being a steward of the earth. So that's the 31st at noon, and we'd love you to be a part of it. I'm also teaching a class, as Kat so wonderfully mentioned, and the class is using Joe Dispenza, Lisa Rankin, and Ernest Holmes, as well as insights from me, to look deeply at the connection between the mind, the body, and the spirit in the quantum field that we inhabit. We'd love you to come and be a part of that class, no matter where you're located. It's a Zoom class, and you can register at info@csl-bellingham.org. It starts on February 2nd and goes for 7 weeks from 6 to 8 p.m., and I hope you'll be a part of it. We also are starting a number of other things that you may want to get involved with. On February 5th, which is a Friday evening, we have our first of a series that's going to be happening once a month called Creativity as a Spiritual Practice. And it's a wonderful opportunity, whether you think of yourself as creative or not, to come and hear from different people, be inspired, and maybe go back into your life and in the ways that you are creative, really move some energy. I don't know about you, but in the pandemic, for a long, long time, my creativity just went down the toilet. And so I'm bringing that back, and this wonderful group that's presenting Creativity as a Spiritual Practice is hoping to inspire you and lift you back into a place of expression. So that's happening, the first one, February 5th. And you can read more about that on our website. Starts at 6 p.m. via Zoom. We also, on the first Sunday of every month, are doing a Zoom discussion after the service at noon. And if you'd like to be a part of that gathering where we discuss the points that are made, feel free to also email the center and we'll get you the link for that. Our practitioners are doing a beautiful job of keeping us connected. So if you haven't joined them for the morning prayers at 7 a.m., Monday through Friday, for the midweek meditation at 7 p.m., or for the evening gratitudes Monday through Friday at 8:45, please avail yourself of those beautiful offerings. They really are stabilizing and centering and will help you as you craft your vision in moving forward. To help us on our way out of here, I'm going to ask Amber Darlin to come on back. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your attendance. Blessings to you.
For the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundary, I am thankful. For the trees that line the mountains, for the sea and life it holds, for the source of inspiration, I am thankful. All right, let's sing together. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite divine that is and ever was, I am thankful. I am thankful for abundance and growing, for the mystery unfolding, for each and every being, sacred truth we are knowing, for kindness and compassion and the courage to take action, for the law of attraction and the freedom to create. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite divine that is and ever was, I am thankful. I am thankful. One more time. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite divine that is and ever was, I am thankful. I am thankful for the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundary. I am thankful, and always so thankful for your presence here every Sunday or whenever you tune in. Thanks for being here, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.